Where's the tea bag? I think I lost the tea bag behind this big box stuff. Where's my tea bag? Oh, there's the tea bag behind this big box. But I found the tea bag. We've got the tea bag. We've got a box and we've got the tea bag. So, hello and welcome to Dami Tries This. I hope you brought your cuppa. I did mention that the coffee mugs would be back, and this morning it was cold and wet and raining. And it looks like fall is going to wind down into colder weather a lot sooner than I expected. And my poor garden is just not going to get through. We're just, I don't know, folks. Anyway, this is a coffee mug from my daughter, as you all know. She got this from the Geek Grind, an online coffee place, I do believe. You can see we've got a pretty dragon on here. Just perfect for your dragon over here. And in our Geek Grind coffee mug is the Worldwide Botanicals Organic Rooibos Masala Chai. This was from a Sips By. I have not picked up a new tea subscription yet. I don't know if or when I will. Really disappointed, Sips By. Yeah, I have so much tea to get through that we're just going to hold off on that. Anyway, since we're getting back into the cold weather and I'm decided to bring the tea back, we're going to reacquaint ourselves with some of our old teas that are buried all over here. And let's go ahead and give this a sip so we can get started. Oh, I like that. Be interesting to see if I still like it towards the end of the thing, but if I do, I might buy more of this. I might try to buy more of that. That's nice. It's got that coffee type thing going that I like that isn't really coffee. I can't explain it. I don't like coffee. Chocolate coffee, kind of. But in general, I don't like coffee, but I like teas that taste a little bit like chocolate coffee or coffee. Alrighty, so it has been a while since we've actually done any hair care videos, and I was thinking about it. My hair care has changed quite a bit in the last couple of years. The routine is a little bit different, and the products are definitely different and getting more different by the year. Anyway, so it has been a few years, I think. Been quite a while anyway since we've done a hair care video. I stopped subscribing to Curlbox a few years back, and so I was no longer trying new stuff because I was pretty happy with what I had. Curlbox is no longer in existence, which is kind of sad because at the same time that Curlbox is no longer in existence, Eden Body Works pretty much decided to wipe out most of the stuff of theirs that I use. There's one shampoo that they've kept, of a line that they've kept, that I actually use on my face. However, most of their hair products are pretty much out of my routine now. So, and on top of that, I have finally discovered a way to refresh that really helps my hair, and with less frizz, usually wet and rainy. So if we've got frizzy going on, wet and rainy. I found a new item that helps plump up the curls most of the time when I'm getting ready for things. You've already seen that. We will discuss it a little bit more today. And so, and also my hair is getting more silver, and when it gets more silver, it gets more dry. And in my case, I've noticed that I've lost a little bit of curl. The thing with your hair going gray or silver is you can either get more curly or less curly or have no change at all. Mine has changed to be slightly less curly, which means my back is now pretty much straight, which is pretty annoying. But the rest of my hair, the rest of my, I still have a couple of 3Cs hanging out. not three C's, three B's hanging out. But most of my curl has pretty much loosened up. So, and silver hair, non-pigmented hair, also tends to be drier. So I've had to make quite a few changes in how I care for my hair. And I thought it was a good time, as we're getting ready to change into winter, which is also drier, to talk to you about some of those changes. We will not be bringing back the whole we're trying all the products, because honestly, I'm pretty happy with the things that I've found to replace things that are missing. I've only got one item that I cannot seem to replace at a reasonable price. And we will talk about all of that as we get into this box. Huge box. You saw the huge box. So the first thing to know is my hair washing has changed. I used to wash every other day, every 2 days, and I no longer do that. I basically wash 3 times a week, which means there is a period where, like, I'll wash my hair on the weekend, usually Saturday, and then I wash it again on Monday, and then the next time I wash it is Thursday. So there is a period in there where there is that every other day. But in general, if I can avoid it, I don't do it. And when I do it close together, I actually use much milder shampoos than I used to use. My curl help is, it got wonky this time. The one time that I needed it to work out the way it's been working out, it got wonky. Anyway, so I'm washing my hair less. I'm actually much more on a schedule. 2 of those days I will use a very gentle shampoo, and on one day, usually on Saturday, I will use a shampoo to remove the residues. For some reason, what it's called is escaping me. It'll come to me later. Anyway, and if I do need to wash my hair more than that, if I do need to do, if I need to get in the shower, or if I do something with my hair and I'm noticing that it's causing more issues like this, if I notice it's causing more issues, then I will actually usually either rinse with water or just use one of my masks. And I have found that that's keeping my hair a little bit healthier doing it that way. So let's get started with the shampoos, since that is the first thing we're talking about. And the milder shampoo is actually a new shampoo because Eden Body Works got rid of the papaya castor. Getting rid of the whole line. Just like they did with the Citrus Fusion. They got rid of that whole... They only kept 3 things. They kept the coconut shea, the lavender aloe, and the peppermint. The peppermint is the one I use for my face. I am planning to get into making a video. I can talk. I am planning on making a video that discusses some of the changes in my skincare, because I've actually simplified quite a bit. And I'm using a lot less products. So we're going to get into that another day. But the Eden Body Works peppermint is about the only thing I'm going to be buying from Eden Body Works anymore, and that's because I use it on my face, not on my hair. I find that the peppermint shampoo is a bit more stripping than my hair can take right now. So yeah, they got rid of the 2 or 3 things that I really enjoyed. They got rid of my granddaughter's favorite stuff that her hair likes. So there's just the 3 lines. Now, they probably still have some stock. Basically, they're doing this until they will have it on the site. It'll be on Amazon until stock is gone. So if you love any of those, stock up now. Anyway, so I went looking for another shampoo to replace the scalp cleanser that they had that is really, really mild. And I finally went back to an old brand that I haven't used in quite a while, but someone suggested that this would be the mildest shampoo, but also the most moisturizing shampoo and conditioner set that they have. And that is the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curl and Shine Shampoo. I find these to be very, very moisturizing. This is very, very gentle. It doesn't have betaine in it, which is the thing that helps get rid of old residue. So I can use this twice a week and not worry about my hair drying out. And I went through 3 different conditioners and was about to just stick with a mask as my conditioner after I wash because the conditioners weren't giving me enough conditioning. They weren't giving me enough moisture. I could feel my ends being dry and not improving. And I finally, with the Curl and Shine, the coconut and hibiscus Curl and Shine conditioner, I finally have a conditioner that has enough moisture in it that my ends and stuff are not drying out when I shampoo my hair. So these are my 2 new, the newest products in my group of products that I use. I only use this twice a week. I use this every time I shampoo, along with a mask, which we'll talk about. So I shampoo my hair. When I am doing a water wash or I need to get my scalp clean, but I don't want to shampoo, I do use the, let me read this. My Black is Beautiful Scalp Care Invigorating Scalp Scrub. This has little particles in it that exfoliate your scalp and can help get rid of stuff on the scalp. So this I only use when I am not, when I've got a heavy residue and I'm noticing issues with the scalp like itchiness or stuff like that, but it's between washes and I don't want to wash my hair again. I will just use this directly on my scalp and rinse it out without doing anything with the hair itself. So this will all be listed down below. Most of it's available at Amazon. I think I've got one product that for some reason is not available at Amazon. But yes, so we start, if I'm just doing a water rinse, or if I'm noticing I have some buildup on the scalp and some itchiness on the scalp, but we're between shampoos, this is what I will use to just get the scalp clean. Your scalp needs to be healthy and clean for your hair to grow and also be healthy. I do not know how some women can not wash their hair for a week to 2 weeks. That, to me, that gets itchy and I can't. I just can't. That's me. I just can't. All right? So after I wash, but before I condition, I use the conditioner every time. But after I wash, but before I condition, I use a mask. And I've got 4. One of them you know of, you've heard about. I've actually discussed using it before. And the others, I think, for the most part, are pretty new. Now, the thing with most of my masks now, they mostly have the words bonding or strengthening in them. And that's because my hair, the silver parts need moisture. But if I'm not careful, I will end up over moisturizing the pigmented parts. So I now have to balance my protein with my moisture. So I need them both in my masks. So one of my favorite masks to use is the Mielle Rice Water and Aloe Vera. This is a deep conditioner. And yes, I use my regular conditioner after I use these. Whenever I use these, we'll get there. So this one, it has rice water, which is kind of a protein base. It is a very, very balanced mask. So it's not going to lean heavy protein. It doesn't lean too heavy moisturized. It's a very balanced mask. I need to buy more. This one is almost out. My only complaint about this costs about the same as all the other Mielle products. That's twice, Donnie. I can talk, I swear. This costs about the same as most of the other Mielle products, but as you can see, you get a very small amount of it. So this is an 8 ounce or a 6 ounce tub. This is 8 ounces. So you get half as much. I don't know how the women who have the big froze and have to use entire jars of these can afford it. I just get, I just scoop in, and I usually end up having about that much in between my fingers there, a little less. On my hand, that goes in my hair. I could not imagine spending what you have to spend to use a whole canister. Anyway, moving on to the other masks I use. So the one mask from Eden Body Works that have not been able to find an affordable replacement, and I don't even think I've managed to find anything comparable in more expensive stuff. And that's their almond marshmallow. My hair loves marshmallow root. It really does. But in the process of trying to find a mask that was affordable, I tried a lot of different things. Like I said, there's not many masks out there that use the marshmallow root. So I went looking, and I actually stumbled upon this one that my hair just ended up loving. This is the Curls Hair Under There collection. This is the Strengthen Me Moisture Mask. My hair loves this, and from the name of it, strengthen. It's going to have protein in it. Moisture. It's going to have the protein in it. The moisture. So this actually has some really good ingredients. This has soybean oil, cetearyl, glycerol citrate, aloe juice, candula, cantella extract, chamomilla. It has rice amino acids. There's your protein. So it has quite a few really good ingredients that are very balancing. And like I said, the first time I tried this on my hair, the curl was wild. It's just, okay, it likes this as much as it likes the almond root, I believe. I will probably, marshmallow root. I will probably continue to try to find a marshmallow mask, because like I said, my hair really loves the marshmallow. But I've been really pleased with this. So there's that one. And then this one you have seen before, and that's the Mielle Rosemary Mint Strengthening Hair Mask. I've never stopped using this. My hair loves it, and I love the smell. I'm not going to open it. These are mostly unopened, so we don't want to really open them. But it's the only thing from the Rosemary collection of theirs, the Rosemary Mint collection of theirs, that I use anymore. I tried using the oil. I don't think I tried using the shampoo. Pretty sure I tried to use something else, but this is the one I really love. So still using that. And then another new one for me. This is the Not Your Mother's Bond Building Curl Talk Mask, made with Triple Action Curl Power Complex. This is another one. It's just like the Curls, their Strengthening Moisture Mask. My hair it responded so well to it. And this one has cetearyl and cytol and castor oil. I'm going through the stuff that I actually understand what it is. Also has rice amino acids, avocado oil. It has Mauritia, Flexuosa fruit oil, Bavaria seed oil. So again, a lot of moisture things, but it has some protein in there with it. Now, sometimes, not very often anymore, maybe once a month. Nah, it's less than that. Maybe every 6 weeks. I notice the hair is getting a little droopy, which tells me that we're probably over moisturizing a little bit. So I'm still using the Botanica, the Mender protein treatment. I mix it into the mask of the day, and I keep that in. And it helps. I just don't do it all the time. I used to do it once a week. I don't need to do that anymore. These masks seem to have enough of the protein and moisture balance that I'm not getting a lot of moisture buildup very quickly, which is really, really nice. Now, the mask I will keep in for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then I will rinse most of it out and put in the conditioner. Not all of it. I keep some of that in there to make sure I still have some of that protein. So I will rinse that out and I will put in a little bit of the conditioner and leave that on for about 3 minutes. That mixture on together for about 3 minutes. And I've noticed that my wet frizz is generally, not always, reduced. Today it was really frizzy, but again, we're looking at a very humid day. Now, on the days that I need to do a more in-depth, a deeper cleaning, I will use the Mielle Mango and Tulsi Nourishing Shampoo. Now, this acts almost like a clarifying shampoo, or fairly close to a clarifying shampoo. That was the word I was looking for earlier. I like the Waterworks, but one, it's a little more expensive. This is in the $10 range, 10 to 15, which is where my hair care stands right now. And two, that actually started stripping my hair as my hair got more silver. This does not do that. This actually leaves my hair feeling really nice and moisturized and not dry. So, but I do believe this has betaine in it. Yes. So it has the cocamidopropyl betaine, which is supposed to get rid of residues. Like, as you'll find out, I put oil on my hair almost every day. And shampoo doesn't necessarily get rid of the layers of oil. This will get rid of the layers of oil. It'll get rid of anything that you put in your hair that can build up. So we'll do that. And, of course, none of these have dimethicone, amodimethicone, what is it? The alcohol that I can't use, or glycerin. Or if they have glycerin, the glycerin is right around 5 to 7 or lower. So these are perfect for my hair. But this is the one I use to actually cleanse everything out. And when I use this, I definitely use the rice water. I generally don't need to use the Botanica, the mender, but I use the rice water because it is balanced and it will replace what was taken out with the balance. So that is the washing, and then we rinse all that out, and it's time to take care of our hair. Take care of getting it ready to be styled, mostly. Twice a month now. Now, this is a product it's brand new in my routine. It's a product I didn't want to like because it's expensive. But baby, it works. First time I used it and my curls responded so well, I went, shit, damn it. But on the plus side, it is expensive. It's around $30 or so. That is really high for me to spend on hair care. I like my hair care to be right around $10, $12. That's just easier for me to do the refills on. I can do a $30 or $40 box and get what I need. I'm not breaking my bank, really, that much. But not that much. Not that much. Anyway, but the Olaplex number 8 Bond Intense Moisture Mask, it pumps out so little. It's got this neat little pump. Let's turn you this way so they can see this. It's got this neat little pump, and I can use a pump and a half. Now, this says to use 2 pumps once a week. I found once a week and 2 pumps were both too much. So I do about a pump and a half. every other week, and that seems to work. You put it in your hair for about 10 minutes, and then you rinse it right out. You rinse it right back out. So I will do my shampooing, and I will do the mask, and I will do the conditioner, and then I will twice a month, not twice a week, twice a month, I will go ahead and do this to help, again, build bonds and take care of what my hair needs. It works really well. Now, the one thing I have found, I did an internet search on if bonding treatments affects dyeing your hair. All the internet searches said no, using a bonding treatment will not affect dyeing your hair. Apparently it does for my hair. This is actually oh, it's already fading out so much. Anyway, this is actually the second color attempt, and it was a little darker not too long ago. Again, but the day that I put the colors in, I initially had started with greens. I was supposed to have a neon green, a medium green, and I still have the dark green on the bottom. You just can't really tell that it's a dark green. It did what the blue did. It went so dark. It's a black-based green. And it did what that black-based blue that I was using for a while did, and get so dark you could only see the green in certain lights, which is fine. But I have learned that neon colors just don't work, and that's but I'm wondering how much of that neon color not working was my hair, and how much was this. Now, my daughter did tell me that for neons in particular, and I suspect probably for pastels, your hair should be white. And my hair is, my silvers are silver. They are literally a shiny silver. If you look at any old photo of me before I started dyeing, 2 years ago? And you look at the silver, it is not gray. It is silver. It is not white. It is silver. The photos won't show you, but at the time, if you talk to me in real life, you would notice that it is a shining silver. It's very sparkly, shiny silver. Yes, I've covered my shiny silver. Wherever you see color is where my hair was silver. Which means, by the way, folks, I'm getting a lot more of it. Look at that. Anyway. So the neon had issues, and from what my daughter told me, it's probably because I won't bleach out my hair to get it white enough for the neon to actually show up. I do not bleach my hair. However, in the middle section, I had a medium green. And like I said, on the bottom is a dark green. And the day that I dyed, I went ahead and did this too before I dyed. And then when I did the dye, I did my usual procedure of putting the dyes in and on damp hair. Don't come at me because that's what I've always been doing. I've been using damp hair. And being under my heated cap for about an hour or more, usually about an hour because I have other things to do with my life. And they didn't stick. They weren't saturated. I ended up rinsing and redoing the dye with 2 other colors. Some of that neon affected this color up top. It's actually not supposed to be this greeny, this turquoisey. But I did notice that the darker green on the bottom did do much better on the second thing. So in the future, if I'm dyeing my hair, I'm not doing this in front of it, before it, because I think this did affect how my hair took the dye. Long story, but it's all part of the hair care, right? It's all part of what I'm doing to take care of my hair right now. So as long as I'm not dyeing my hair, I use this twice a month, usually around the 1st and then again around the 15th, somewhere in there. But it's a very small amount, and I expect that I will have this for a while. So it's probably worth that $30 price. And my hair really responded very well to it. And I view this as a repairing type thing. My other masks are just to keep things going. This is to help repair, replenish, and take care of any stripping that may have gone on through those 2 weeks before. So really nice. For styling, we start with our leave-in conditioner. And my leave-in conditioner that I use is the Mielle Mango and Tulsi Nourishing Leave-In Conditioner. This line is a really nice line. I actually have a third product from this line that I use as well. And I love this. It's a really nice, relatively thick, smells beautiful, leave-in conditioner. And it has just a touch of hold. So on days when I'm not doing anything, so Saturday I don't do anything. Monday and Thursday I wash because I'm going to film. But when I wash on Saturday, I'm not going to do anything. So I don't see the point of loading my hair up with everything under the sun that I would use for styling if I'm not going to style it. Because I don't. I just wash and I do my thing. I put this in, and I still get my curl. Not this heavily, and we're going to talk about how some of this curl came about. I have found a way to enhance my curl. So the curl that I get with this is not the enhanced curl. It is a much more relaxed, normal curl, but it is curly, so it is really nice. I don't need to use anything else with it. Just put it in my hair and go. Now, when I put these in my hair, any of these stylers, I put it on my hand, I work it through, and then I use I use a brush like this to work it through. I don't know if you all recall earlier, anybody who's been here long enough, if you all recall early in when I've been talking about my hair, that we were struggling, I was struggling to get things down to my roots. And I do believe when I mentioned when I first started dyeing my hair, that my daughter mentioned that it was hard to get the dye down to the roots. I don't know why that is. My hair is not that thick, and it shouldn't be that hard to get the things down to the roots. But for some reason it is. And I forgot a step. But I'll get to it. Anyway, this helps take care of that. To brush the products through when I'm styling, this actually helps get everything evenly through my hair. So, and with minimal tugging and other problems. I highly recommend one of these. These are like the Tangle Teaser or that kind of brush. Highly recommend these for putting product in your hair. It just seems to get it all through the hair, which is the big thing you need to do. You need to make sure you're getting to your roots, and you don't want it blotching around. I do have one that I blotch around, but we'll talk about that in a minute. And the step that I forgot, usually because I use the, not terry cloth, but the other type of hair towel. Again, I'm forgetting a word. But I have found that when I take my hair out of the towel, that towel is much more absorbent than terry cloth. And it's also a great towel. I'll microfiber, and I'll list towels down below. The microfiber towels seem to be much more absorbent, and they do reduce frizz better than terry cloth. Although I don't take any towel, not even the microfiber towel, and squish my hair with it. I just don't. Because I think that also can increase frizz. However, I have found that the microfibers really soak up the water in your hair. And for the longest time, I was like, yeah, I'm getting okay on my curls. But without redampening the hair. But as my curls, as the silver has reduced my curl, I have discovered that I need to mist my hair before I put anything in. I don't even put this in until I mist. It helps in a couple of ways. One, it makes it easier to put your fingers through the hair. The hair's not sticking together and tangling up or doing anything. It's just much easier to get things through the hair. And 2, it apparently does affect curl and make it curlier. Now, I do not mist my hair to the point of soaking wet again. I get it to just before, I mean, beyond damp, but less than soaking. You can kind of hear the squish sound. If you're squishing your hair, you can kind of hear it. It's not very loud, but that's where I take my hair to when I use the mister. And then I go ahead and start this. My next product is that I will put on after my leave-in is a foam or a mousse. My favorite mousse to use on first day styling is the Mango Tulsi Nourishing Silk Texture Mousse. This is almost a foam, because the difference between a foam and a mousse is that a foam has more water than a mousse. And this is not quite as wet as the foam that I'm going to show you later, but it does make my hair more, you get a louder squishy sound with it. I use about 6 to 7 pumps throughout my hair. Again, I use, after I brush anything in, I squish it up to get the curl back in. Then I put this in, brush it out, squish it up to get some curl back in. And this is really nice because this has moisture in it in addition to everything else. It actually adds to my moisture, I've noticed, my moisture level in my hair. So that's why I use this one, and it's really a nice one. And again, it smells nice. Now, the one product that I still have from Eden Body Works is only because, seriously, I have a case. I have a case of the Citrus Fusion from them. If I ever run out of this case in my lifetime, I'm sure I will eventually. But this hair and body butter is like one of the best. Y'all know that. I love this. Their lavender and aloe is very similar to this. I just can't stand the smell of it. I don't like the smell of lavender. I'm sorry. I just don't. It makes me nauseous, to be honest with you. This has a really nice citrusy scent. Now, this is the one I won't comb through. I will essentially put what I need a little bit on my hands and do this, and then just run it on the outside with praying hands, and then squish it in. I don't need this all the way through my hair to get really nice curl, which is nice because it's actually much heavier than the mousse. So, but I use a very light amount, and then I just squish it through my hair. And then comes the other thing that I do. So as most of you know, I do have a video on here about minoxidil and starting to use minoxidil. I've been using it for 3 or 4 years now, I think, because I was having a lot of problems with losing hair in here. And it's better on this side. But anyway, and the minoxidil by itself worked for a while. And then it didn't. I mean, it was still working relatively, but I noticed the holes were coming back. And they weren't coming back as badly as they used to be. But the minoxidil was definitely losing some of its moxie for me, so to speak. And I was starting to have issues again, so I started looking around for other stuff. Now, this is not, I'm going to tell you, I'm not a chemist. I'm not a pharmacist. I'm not any kind of scientist. I'm just telling you what worked for me. And what you do with that is on you, because I am not an expert by any means. So I'm telling you in advance that what I'm about to tell you is something I do that is not necessarily anything I've heard other people doing. They may, I don't know. But I had heard a couple different ingredients can really help with hair growth if applied to the scalp, and that is melatonin and biotin. So, what I do, I still buy my cheap minoxidil. I mix it. I will take this whole thing. I have another jar upstairs that I've been using. But I will take this whole thing and I will put it in a measuring cup. And that takes me to, let's see, it says 2 ounces. So that'll usually take me to what? A quarter of a cup? No. Yes. 8 ounces is a cup. So yes, that'll take me a quarter of a cup. I will then mix in these two in equal amounts to reach half a cup. Make sure they're mixed in, and then because this is empty, and usually by the time I use this, the other one that I have upstairs is empty, I will then take that mixture and put it in the bottles for me to use. So, I use regular minoxidil, 5%. This one's from Kirkland, pretty inexpensive. This is the Ultra Sleep Liquid Melatonin Ultra 6 from Ultra 6 Nutrition. I do believe this is flavored. I tried to find something that wasn't flavored. However, I couldn't. So, this says 60 servings. This is also 2 fluid ounces. So, half of this will go in with this. And then I add, this is the Cefudan. However, the first one I tried was a different brand, and you will find different brands with this stuff all over Amazon. This is their hair growth serum with biotin and 5% minoxidil. And one of the things that I looked for was the ingredients, which has water, minoxidil, and biotin. First 3 ingredients. If that biotin is lower than that, I don't think it's going to be very helpful. However, I have found that mixing these 2 in with my minoxidil restarted the growth and helped it to help to stabilize it, I guess, would say. So my hair is growing back in. I'm obviously still having a few issues on this side, but it's nothing like what it was when I noticed that the minoxidil was no longer working. So, and this also has some other things. It has vitamin H, ginseng, which is also supposed to help your hair. Yeah, a few extracts, just some other things that are supposed to help with growth. And so, but I would, if you're going to buy one of these, like I said, I'll try to link this down below. For some reason, these seem to disappear, and then they come back under a new name, and I'm not sure why that is. But I would definitely make sure your first 3 ingredients, that your minoxidil and your biotin are in those first 3 ingredients, if you're interested in trying this out. Again, not an expert, not a hair care expert, just telling you what works for me. All right, so with all my shit in, I put my serum in last after I put everything else on my hair. It is time to diffuse. So I go ahead and I diffuse as normal. And then when I get down to 80 to 90% dry, somewhere in there, closer to 80, it's still damp and malleable, but it's not wet anymore. I use a plopping cap. Now, this is a plopping cap. It has a band on one end, and I have safety pins on here because this band was too wide. I was noticing that these really wide bands was smooshing everything down. So I'm going to try to find where I want my band to be. I'm probably going to want it down there. And then I'm going to tack it in place. So, but anyway. Plopping caps like this are actually supposed to be used before you diffuse. They're supposed to help encourage your hair to curl before you diffuse. I tried it that way and I didn't have that kind of luck. You can also diffuse through it, which I do at one point. But again, if I was doing it before I started my standard diffusing, it didn't seem to really do anything for my hair. So I stopped using it that way. And then one day I decided to try it after I diffused my hair for a bit. So like I said, I get it about 80%. I put this on. You put it on your neck and then you pull it all the way up. I took my hair upside down to pull it all the way up to where it needs to be. And then you can squish it up. I then diffuse another couple of rounds, 2 or 3 rounds on my normal setting. And then I go on and let it sit for at least a half hour inside of that, and I get some pretty good curls. Once I take it out of that, I give it about 5 minutes to settle in, and then the final step is oil and fluffing it out. And I really do like the Twist by Ouidad Curl Rain Multi-Use Miracle Oil. This has become my favorite oil. I use this all the time, even when I'm refreshing, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But we're almost there, folks. I know it's long. I know it's long. But like I said, we haven't talked about any of my hair stuff care in a long time. So this is no surprise that it's long. Anyway, so I will put this on my hair. I rub it through my hands. I take my hands through my hair, make sure I get the top, make sure I get underneath. And then after this oil is in, I go ahead and fluff out my hair. And I have found using those products and in those steps, my curl lasts longer too. So usually. Now, yesterday, the last videos I did, I was in a red shirt. That plopping cap did a much better job on the curls in front. But you know, when you're putting your hair in something like this, you're risking having some weird spots. So I've got some weird spots. This does not help with the flatness I get in the back, and that happens no matter what I do. I'm diffusing. When I'm diffusing, I can feel the curl up here at the beginning of the diffusing. I diffuse, and then I feel back here again, and it's gone. So I don't know why the back of my head will not hold a curl, but it won't. It is what it is. I've given up on the back of my head doing anything more than this. We're going to wave. We're going to wave. Or we're going to be straight, bitch. It just is a mood thing. For the hair, it's just a mood thing. All right, so refreshing. I think a lot of you who followed my curl journey when I was posting about it all the time and trying a lot of different products know that I tried a lot of different refreshing techniques and refreshing products. And I kept saying, they're just not working. I get nothing but frizz. The curl is kind of there, but everybody talks about how their hair gets curlier when they refresh. Mine says, fuck you. I'm not doing that. I had lots of problems. And for a while, I did take my curl cream and I would dampen my hair, and then I would take my curl cream and emulsify it in water and scrunch it in. But that's scrunching that in, because curl creams are thick, even if you emulsify them in water, or at least this one is. That scrunching that in just seemed to encourage the frizz more. And the curl was, sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. I finally found a way to get through that, and it really shouldn't have been a surprise. Again, I dampen my hair. I don't get it soaking wet. I dampen my hair. And then I use the Mielle Rice Water and Aloe Vera Braid Set Foam. 3 to 4 pumps. And I scrunch that through my hair. I will say, I will put 2 pumps, I will do this, and then I will do this thing on both sides of my hair. I will get another pump or so and do the top, and then I scrunch it through. And then I air dry. I have found that if I diffuse on a second or third day hair, the frizz is just horrendous without doing anything for the curl. So I don't do that. Which is also why I don't get my hair sopping wet, because that'll take 2 to 3 hours to dry. And I'm not doing that. Sometimes I have places to go and things to do, and I don't want my hair sopping wet when I'm doing it. So I have found that, and why do I use this foam versus this mousse? I have found that this foam gives me less frizz and gives me a better set on second day hair that I'm not diffusing. So this has a slightly stronger hold, at least for my hair, and makes it less frizz prone. So that's why I will use this one instead of this one. And I was thinking about not buying this one until I realized that that's why I got this. I mean, having two foams, one mousse and one foam, seems a little ridiculous. So anyway, that's why I keep buying it, is because it's really good on refresh days. I don't have to put in any more curl cream. I just have to get my hair wet to sort of get everything to wake up again. Put in the extra foam, squish it up, let it go, and it comes out fairly decent. I mean, I can't say it's curlier the way some people say their hair gets curlier when they refresh, but it doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look like a frizzy mass on my head, which is some of the problems I was having before. Anyway, so sleeping at night, I still just use a satin, a really smooth scrunchie with my hair up in a pineapple, and sleep on a satin pillowcase. I still can't use caps, night caps. They just, hi Sora, they just slide right off my head. I mean, seriously. I will wake up in the morning and the thing will be somewhere else on the bed. My hair is, when it's healthy, it's really slick. And even this, when I put this on, will slide up the back because my hair is really slick when it's healthy. So, yeah, I can't use a satin cap on my head at night. I've tried. I've got several of them. There's a new one I want to try, and I keep telling myself, it's like $30 or something like that. Do you really want to try that only to be shown what you already know? It's not going to stay on your head no matter what they say. Because this one is like, it's slip proof. It's going to stay on your head. No, it won't. Anyway, so we've run a bit long. I apologize for that. Just wanted to update you guys on what's going on. I'm feeling really good with my curl journey. I am a little upset that my curls seem to be deflating a little bit as I get more silver in my hair, but they don't seem to be disappearing, so that's a good thing. I'm just loving them so much that I would be sad if my hair went back to the frizzy mass of almost waves it was before I started all of this. I really would. But that's also another reason why I don't cut my hair short, because I love the curls. I love my curls. I used to hate my hair, and now I love it. I love it. Anyway, that is it for the day, as long as it was. And I hope you like what you've seen. And if you do, I hope you will go ahead and like and subscribe and share. Comment down below if there's anything in this group of stuff that you're interested in trying. I would love to hear it. If you have a curl journey that you're starting or have been on, I'd love to hear how that's going. Or if you don't want to even talk to me about any of that, leave me a purple heart. I'd love to have that as well. And in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and sip the tea and get on out of here, because it's been a long one. Let's go ahead and sip the tea. She's warm. Not hot, warm. I like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to buy this. I think I want to buy more of these. I'm going to have to look for more of these. That's nice. That is nice. I'm going to figure out where I can get this. That's nice. I like that. That's a really nice tea. Alrighty. So, I love my girls. I love my dragonettes. I hope you have a good one.